competition. Plenty of youth in the crowd. She qualifies as the most chic competitors in the women's competition over the usual 4 pieces of apparatus, with Lavinia Milosevic defending the title she won last year. Plenty of future champions in the audience and great support for the 2 British competitors, Annika Rieder and the new British champion Zita Lusak, who won a title last weekend following her bronze medal success in the recent Commonwealth Games.
And a lovely start for Zita Lusak. Now, another vault to go, and it's very important. It's of equal standard. The Yurchenko. Good contact, half turn into the straight Arabian somersault. Just a little pace backwards, but that's the start she would have wanted.
And what a good opening score, 9-7. The marks of the 2 vaults are averaged, so she wants to come pretty close to matching that if she can.
Same vault. Oh, and what a pity. Such a shame. And that will have quite a drastic effect on the average score. It will pull it way down. The round off onto the board. The hallmark of the Yurchenko. There's the half turn. Not quite enough rotation. And the unfortunate result.
Annika Rieder agreed to her and consoled her. Average 9.35, just 9 for the second vault. Second vault for Daniela Maranduka. After a very good opening, 9.775. Not seen too much of this young lady. Competed against Britain last year, but not in major competitions, but that apart.
And she rocketed off the top of the horse. Absolutely flew up. The Yurchenko vault with a half turn. She hit the top of the horse and rebounded high. The half turn and the straight somersault. Good shape and a well-controlled landing. And Katsu push immediately the contact's made. And she had great flight and time.
It's surprising we haven't seen more of her, if that's an assessment of her form. 9.85 the second vault. Very good average score. Lavinia Milosevic, very much the favourite, but will need to improve on her start. Disappointing opening at 9.6.
Absolute cracker of a landing. Using the popular Yurchenko vault with half turn into the straight somersault shape. There you can see it very clearly. And what a landing.
Must score better. Does indeed. But the average is a little disappointing for her. It's the usual, well, still seems to be usual, Russia-Romania competition. Svetlana Korkina wanting to build on her 9.7.
And such an unusual vault. And so well performed. She has really brought some variety to gymnastics. The half turn onto the horse, the half turn off with the piked back somersault. Very tall girl and uses that to her advantage. 9.8 with an average of 9.75.
So, Romania lead at the start through Maranduka, 9.813. Annika Rieder, 9.45. Zita Lusak, having done a super first vault, paying for her slip on the second. And from the warm-up of the bars, the first we see there, Lavinia Milosevic.
Now she has been world champion on this apparatus back in '92. Tried and tested routine. Clean Ginger. Mature and confident in their performances these days. Safe Katchev. The releases are in. And the dismount, a double tuck front somersault with half turn. Very businesslike, very determined.
And she needed that good performance. Quite a lot of competition around from one or two younger gymnasts.
Makes the action into the Kachev. Again, a precise action to make sure this double front somersault with half turn. Very difficult. She did well to control that landing.
And with some wonderful leg form, she gets 9.75. Svetlana Kokina.
High-flighted catcher. He's had so much time on this apparatus. Unusual moves here, 1.5. Back away to the low bar. This is wonderful bar work. Full turn again. The half turn. Into the unusual back straddle move. She has textbook technique. Double tuck, lifts the arm and adds a twist. Asymmetric bar work at its best.
And she seems to have the edge at the moment on Milosevic. Likely to score higher, I think.
Yes. Unusual combination, a 1.5 turn along the bar. She kicks up between into the back away position, usually used for a dismount, but catches the low bar into immediate clear circle. She gives herself so much time on this apparatus. Style always there. Knees locked together, the technique, the arm lifted to add the twist in the second somersault.
The reigning European champion on this piece of apparatus scores 9.8. Now, Elena Piskuin of Belarus, disappointing start on the vault with only 9.125.
Full twist in the long swing. A combination into a lovely Delchev. Anyway, the difficulty is there so far. Concentration now, very important. Full twist in the release, full twist in the long swing, and the wind up for the dismount, which she nailed. Strong challenge there from Piskuin. Super combinations in this exercise. There's the full twist and long swing, followed immediately by one of the most complex of releases. Delchev. Another shot of that Delchev into the pike somersault to finish from the half turn. Good stuff from Piskuin.
And 9.8, she matches Kokina. And would have been in contention if she had had a decent vault. Now our first look at Annika Rieder, who started with a 9.45 vault.
Quick pirouette from Annika. She's very quick with her turning moves. Oh, but just released a little bit too early. Her coach put her back up on the bars. Uprising to handstand. She's recovered her composure. The full pirouette. Winds up for the dismount. Gain a tiny bit early with the release. Double pike back somersault. What a shame. And it was just that error that cost her so dearly at the British Championships last weekend. She kicks up high above the bar, but just doesn't wait long enough before she releases. Coach Rod Smith catching her well, breaking the fall. That's quite allowed. Here, the full pirouette. Works well out of it into the long swings. Ready for the dismount. Just a tiny bit early. She should have waited for the legs to rise above the bar. But she does well to hold the landing.
Good reaction between the two British girls, but only 8.875 after that mistake. And Svetlana Korkina in real style, showing the way ahead of Milosevic, with Nadia Herzegovina of Romania in third place. Start of the second half of the competition. Rita Lusak on the beam.
Starts the routine quietly. Establishing poise and control. Very elegant on this piece of apparatus. Rita Lusak into the acrobatic series. Back flip, lay out. Just the slightest wobble. Presents the exercise so well. Some lovely flourishes. Concentration. Pause for the dismount sequence. Double tuck back somersault. Oh, a little stagger at the end there. Such a pity. Good on the beam, but that little falter right at the end. Sure of hand and foot. Absolute precision required on this apparatus. Backflip. The second, launching into the double tuck back somersault. And just that little falter, the shoulder dips.
Well, her slip on her second vault cost her in the all-around competition, but that 9.5 puts her in contention for that piece of apparatus. There is prize money for each piece, $500, $300 and $200. This lady expects to be in contention on the beam. Korkina again.
Well, that opening sequence certainly puts her there. Very unusual work. Mounted with a full twisting backflip. Very long and elegant. Uses this to her advantage. Great split position. And another full twisting backflip, slightly out of line, but she controlled it well. Difficult turns she includes. This a difficult combination. Oh, and just offline. Gainer layout somersault. Very difficult. Very unusual dismount coming up here. Double twisting, straight somersault off the side. Beautifully executed, but a disappointed gymnast.
Yes, a costly error for her, and a real opportunity now for Milosevic to make up the ground previously lost.
See just how little margin there is for error on this beam. The full twist, she had to lose sight of the beam and did well to pull the back leg over. And the fall, she didn't really get up into the move.
9.225, a low score expected after the fall. could say she got away with it once and not the second time. Now, Nadia Herzigen, well in contention after 9.638 and 9.725.
Front somersault mount. Absolutely rock solid. Little flexion. Super acrobatic series. Very sharp and crisp. Having a think about it. Another front somersault with a wobble, but safely through it. And that's nice. Control in the handstand. Circle the beam. Again, the pause to set up the dismount. Very neat, sharp, determined effort. The double tuck back somersault, wrapping up a nice routine. Very clean shapes, and as always, Romanian precision on the beam. Double back. A little skip, but not much damage done at all.
And she gets the same score, 9.5, as Zita Lusak. So those two share the lead on this piece of apparatus. But next to go, Lavinia Milosevic. She has to be at her best if she's to retain her all-around title.
Steady start here. Side somersault, very difficult, absolutely blind landing. And she's gone for broke. 4 moves in a row, 2 somersaults. And the difficult combination, backflip with quarter turn. Good splits in the leaps, but perhaps not as high as some we've seen. And the same move repeated, but it came from a different combination. So the girls are allowed to do that, and are credited with it. Quickly into the very secure double back dismount.
What a competitor this young lady is, Christine. I mean, a lot of people thought that she would give up after the Birmingham World Championships. But here she is, and she seems to have rediscovered the zest for the sport.
She certainly does. She's included new work in this competition. 4 movements along the beam, 2 somersaults, and she's really working with a new maturity and assurance. She's always had plenty of control, which she showed there in the handstand. But the style and enjoyment seems to be increasing.
And a score of 9.65 will put her into the lead with just the floor to come. And of course, she's the Olympic champion on floor, 29.088 ahead of Nadia Herzigen, who now is ahead of Svetlana Korkina, whose error on the beam cost her so much. Quite nice to be British champion competing against gymnasts of this quality.
Yeah, it's really nice to see what they're doing and that, and it's nice to actually be in the arena with the world champions. And compete against them.
Your best piece of apparatus was the thing I'm leaning on, and I don't want to do any more than that than lean on it, but you walk up and down it as though it's at ground level.
Yeah, I quite enjoy the beam. It's fun, and it's good if you stick it and you've done a good routine, then it makes you feel good.
Did you have any worries?
No, not really, because there was no pressure or anything. The other countries are, like, a lot better than us, but we're catching up and, like, we're trying to make a few surprises.
The first of the two British competitors will open this floor competition. Zita Lusak from the Heathrow Gym Club, the newly crowned British champion.
Strong opening tumble, full twisting double back. And difficult leap series as well. And then a triple spin. She's packed lots of difficulty into the start. Difficult middle tumble, 2.5 twists into sky spring, just a little unsteady. Very expressive arms and hands. A lyrical gymnast. Powerful to the end, whip over straight into double twist. An excellent performance from Zita. Contrast of powerful tumbling and soft style. The full twisting double back, a very fast twist so that she can grab the legs for the second somersault. And the last tumble, whip over straight up into the double twist. The linking of these two moves.
And the keen competition anticipated with an opening score of 9.65 for Zita Lusak. Next to go, Elena Gorosheva from Russia, 15 years old, third in the recent Goodwill Games.
Fast across the floor and the full twisting double straight. And foot looked quite close to the edge, using every inch of the floor area. Preparing for the second tumble. Two very fast straight somersaults. The full twist on the second. One and a half twists. Some of these young ladies tumble with a great speed and lightness. Finishing tumble, a double pike back. Fast and light, but perhaps not as graceful as some will see. Power aplenty though. Two somersaults from the handspring. Managed to twist on the second. Quickly onto the floor, pulls hard into the backflip. The double pike back finish.
Different styles, different music, but the judges can't separate them. It's another 9.65. Now from Belarus, Elena Piskun.
Very powerful gymnast. And very powerful tumbling. Whip over into triple twist. Twist straight into a straight front somersault. Very unusual. Tiring a little in this dance work. A big tumble to finish with. And there it is, full twisting double somersault. Very good tumbling, but without quite the grace to make the complete performance.
Didn't quite maintain the start, did she?
She didn't. She flagged a little towards the end. I think she was conserving her energies for the dismount. That's the unusual middle tumble, 2.5, straight into another somersault.
Unlikely to pass Zita Lusak's score, I would think. In fact, it equals it. It's another 9.65. Now the applause is for young Annika Rieder, 15 years old, her birthday last Wednesday. Started well enough, 9.45 on the vault, but had her problems on both the bars and the beam. This is her favourite piece of apparatus, the floor.
Annika's such a dynamic tumbler, moves so quickly, and absolutely flies into the air with that full twisting double back. Very well choreographed routine. Her movements mirror the music. And give her the opportunity to express her personality. And a very difficult and unusual tumble, 1.5 twist, straight into double twist. Here she shows her real class, even right at the end. Great speed, 1.5 twist. A great finish to the competition. These girls have had such a grueling schedule with Commonwealth Games. She'll be delighted to have finished well here today. Big push off the hand, fast backflip, high into the air for this full twisting double back. And the forward tumbling as well, the fly spring, up into the 1.5 twist. Very highly rated difficulty.
And 9.8. We've learned a bit about her in this competition. It hasn't all gone well for her, but she's not been fazed by anything. Her determination is clear. And she set a target for Lavinia Milosevic, who scored a perfect 10 on the floor, you may remember, back in Barcelona. Seems an awful long time ago now.
Doesn't look such a long time when you see tumbling of that quality. The power, the confidence. It's re-emerged in force. Three before as a backflip. Oh, lovely combination. Back into the swing of things. Long pause. And a big triple twist dismount for Milosevic. Super.
She's certainly one whose ambition has been further whetted by the rewards that can now be gained. They're not enormous, but they're useful to have. She'll pick up $5,000 for the all-around competition and extra pieces from each piece of apparatus.
Full twisting double back somersault. Great power in a tumbling.
A little edge, I suspect, yes, 9.825. That's the best score on the floor. Just 0.25 better than Annika Rieder. Svetlana Korkina, she had hoped to be in real contention for the all-around competition, but she's now battling for a minor medal, and she had just a bit of foot out of the floor there.
Two very difficult tumbles back to back to start with, though. Very elegant young lady with a style all of her own. And there we see it again. Full twisting straight somersault and then a layout with split leg. Difficult and unusual jumps as well. Many similarities to some of the Soviet gymnasts we've seen before. Taking plenty of time for this last tumble. And a high, fast triple twist. Well round.
Well, the crowd enjoyed it, and she will regret the failure on the beam. Question of hanging on to silver medal.
Quickly off her hands and up into the full twisting, double back in the pike position. Very difficult for a tall gymnast. Her techniques are so efficient. She wraps so well when she twists.
So close to the lines on just about every corner.
She needs the full floor area, and there we have it, 9.725.
Clearly not good enough for Korkina to go back past the winner again, Lavinia Milosevic of Romania. But good enough for her to hang on to second place, holding out Nadia Herzigen. Zita Lusak in 7th place, Annika Rieder in 10th. Lusak equal second on the beam, Annika Rieder second on the floor.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winners of the Birmingham Classic.
The two all-around champions, Ivan Ivankov, the reigning world champion from Belarus, and Lavinia Milosevic for the second year running from Romania.